All right, so here's a little more of the project. It's not like this isn't like a final video, but just a kind of a feel for what it does. The one thing it's missing is the Oculus Rift, which is a head-mount display, which would actually immerse you visually in the environment. But you can see that I have the Microsoft Kinect set up over there. The laptop on the left is the development hardware, and then I have just another screen so you can see the actual gameplay. The left will be the inspector of Unity 3D. It's kind of like the gears behind it all. But so anyway, you can see kind of what it looks like while it's in a stationary position. And what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at the demo from third person point of view over the back of the character. If you actually had the HMD on, then you would actually be able to be looking from the same vantage point as your own eyes. So my wife's going to go ahead and record while I try to show you a little bit of this. So we go in, hit play. So first thing that's going to happen is this is going to load up. Right now, because of the offset of the way the Kinect works, we're back. And actually, I don't think it's going to work the way it's supposed to right now. It glitched out right from the beginning, so that's pretty cool. So we'll start over. And I'll pass it over to my wife now, that way it doesn't glitch when I start. So go ahead and look at the screen. Okay, so right now, if you look at me, so I'm not far enough from the Kinect for it to work the way I want. So what I've done is I've made it so that if you look at the screen now, my hands are up. You see the hands pop in there. And then what happens is you have these here, 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 and here. You have these swipe controllers, which they mimic a swiping gesture. So if you can see in there, you can see the arrows kind of following the swipe gesture. This control unit, MCU, is made up of 3 rings. I can't turn the camera, I can turn left and right with the motion of my body. So I'll swipe between the 4 sources. You'll notice over here I have this little thing called a map, which shows you where you are in the MCU, that master control unit. So as I swipe between, you'll see that white thing go around. And then if I want to go up or down, essentially I'm mimicking grabbing the MCU and pulling it down. And then if I want to start a source, I reach forward and touch it. Again, I just don't have good music, but that is what it is. So again, step forward. Yeah, that was really annoying. I'll make it shit on, it's not so annoying. Alright, so right here, you're going to see to the right, you see equalizers, and you'll be seeing these things kind of bouncing around to show you what the sound's going on. You'll also notice that when I scroll to the left, my map shows you which sources are actually on that little green light. So that way I can navigate back to it pretty quickly. I can turn it back off. Now, this is something that I've been working on with my partner here for the last couple of days. So it has some little glitches to it, but essentially I wanted to be able to control the sound. So this is what it sounds like, unmanipulated. But then if I reach in with 2 hands, I come out with a gear. And this gear has 3 phases, if you look at me, John. When the gear is close to me, the music turns off. If the gear is in this middle area, then you can manipulate it. And if it's pushed all the way out, then you start to actually let go of the control. You'll notice that the volume gets louder the farther my hands are apart, and you'll see this in a second when she shows the gear. And then if I twist that gear, I'm able to bend the pitch. So right now I'm going between the planes on the Z and the rotation on the pitch. So go ahead and look at the screen again, Jen. If you can get close on there, so it's just the screen. So what you see now is bending the pitch, turning it off. So I want to like play with it a little bit. Put it right up there. Now this is what the sound's supposed to look like. If I want to save it so that it does save it at a different pitch, a different volume, then I can just step forward and the control turns to a red. You'll see, and that means I'm starting to drop. You'll see there's a timer in the middle that we set up. When that timer hits that middle cone or that middle cylinder, that's when the thing will drop. So let me go ahead and make this real obvious. This is what it sounds like normally. Let's make it really a lot faster, and then let's drop it. Okay, so now you'll notice I can turn it on and off like before. Well, I turn it back on, it now has that new pitch and volume combination that was set up. So, the only problem we have here is sometimes I can't grab the gear back. There we go. So now I can set it back, or if I can set it deeper, I'll set it lower, I'll save it, let the timer run out. Okay, now I just got my swipe controllers back. I know I got the gear when the swipe controllers go away, but it's the part's a little sticky. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what I'm working on and super jazzed about. It's even cooler when you actually use the HMD, the Oculus Rift. Yeah. So let me make it really obnoxious. The idea is to actually have good music playing, not just random samples. Alright, that's it. Thanks.